European Union press release. The political situation in Uganda. Parliament deplores that the 14th of January general elections in Uganda were neither democratic nor transparent. MEPs also condemn the excessive use of force by the police and armed forces during the election and their growing interference in political affairs. The resolution condemns the violence, continued harassment and systematic crackdown faced by political opposition leaders in Uganda, as well as the suppression of civil society. All those arrested and detained for participating in peaceful political assemblies or for exercising their right to freedom of expression and association must be released immediately and unconditionally and have their charges dropped, says the text. Finally, Parliament reiterates that sanctions against individuals and organizations responsible for human rights violations in Uganda must be adopted under the new EU human rights sanction mechanism, the so-called EU Magnitsky Act.
Merci, Madame la.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ugandan electoral campaign was marked by violence and by arbitrary arrests of the opposition of Mr. Museveni, Bobby Wine. Excessive force used by the police and security forces has seriously put questions over this whole electoral process, and we have the responsibility of not to sit by silently in the face of this violence and these actions. We condemn this violence and present our condolences to the victims. The elections took place in Uganda despite the massive reporting of irregularities. The Electoral Commission was not in a position to register more than 1 million young electors, claiming that there were not the resources to do that. They declared Museveni, the incumbent president, the new president for his 6th term, having carried out his mandates over 35 years. Despite this, the results of the elections are difficult to verify because the Electoral Commission has not followed the telling procedure. This is absolutely unacceptable and runs counter to democratic principles. Once again, we must not sit by and close our eyes when citizens of a state are deprived of their fundamental rights and call for help from us. They're asking for external help and indeed our support, and we have to proffer that support. Free and fair elections, just as the rights of freedom of expression, freedom of the press, are prerequisites for sustainable development. Nevertheless, we would like to congratulate the Ugandan people, its youth especially, its women, its girls, for their enthusiasm, their commitment, their determination to maintain the democracy that they've managed to acquire. Let us not disappoint them. Let us show to them that we don't just preach but put our money where our mouth is.